நீங்கள் டியூஷன் எடுக்கிற உங்கள் நிறுவனத்தை பற்றி சொல்லுங்கள், இந்த திட்டத்தை பற்றி அறிமுகப்படுத்துங்க.
டியூஷன் தயா ஃபவுண்டேஷன் மூலமாக இந்த வாய்ப்பு எனக்கு கிடச்சிச்சு. இந்த திட்டத்தினுடைய முதன்மையான நோக்கம் என்னென்னா, ஏழை குழந்தைகள் நல்லா படிக்கணும். இப்போ பிள்ளைங்க ஃபீஸ் கட்டி அவங்களால டியூஷன் போக முடியாத ஒரு சூழ்நிலையில் இருக்கிறாங்க. ரெண்டாவது, ஒரு குறிப்பிட்ட ஸ்டேஜில் அவங்க படிக்க முடியாமல் ஸ்கூலுக்கு போகாமல் வீட்டிலே இருந்துறாங்க. இந்த சூழ்நிலை மாறுறதுக்காக இந்த டியூஷன் சென்டர் ரொம்ப யூஸ்ஃபுல்.
நீங்கள் இப்போ இந்த டியூஷன் சென்டருக்கு உங்கள் குழந்தை போகிறல்ல, இங்கே அனுப்புறதுனால உங்களுக்கு நீங்கள் அடைஞ்ச நன்மைகள் சொல்லுங்கள்.
அவள் டியூஷனுக்கு போகிறதுனால, டியூஷன் போகிறதுக்கு முன்னாடி நான் தான் மேக்ஸ் சொல்லி கொடுத்துட்டு இருந்தேன். அதுக்கப்புறம் ஒரு குறிப்பிட்டதுக்கப்புறம் நான் படித்தது கம்மி தான், என்னால் சொல்லிக் கொடுக்க முடியல. அந்த ஒரு மெயின் ரீசனுக்காக தான் அனுப்பிவிட்டேன். நான் என்ன ரீசனுக்காக அனுப்பிவிட்டனோ அதில் ஒரு நல்ல ஒரு முன்னேற்றத்தை அதில் நான் பார்க்க முடிஞ்சது. ஏன்னா மேக்ஸ் அவளுக்கு சுத்தமாக ரொம்ப மேக்ஸில் தான் ரொம்ப கஷ்டப்படுவா. ஆனால் இப்போ உண்மையிலே நானே ஆச்சரியப்படுற அளவுக்கு மேக்ஸ் போடுறா. அது இந்த டியூஷனுக்கு போனதுக்கப்புறம் தான் நல்ல ஒரு இம்ப்ரூவ்மெண்ட் மேக்ஸில்.
உங்களுக்கு நீங்கள் பெரியவங்களானோன்னு என்ன ஆகணும்னு ஆசைப்படுறீங்க?
நான் நல்லா படித்து டாக்டர் ஆகி நிறைய பேருக்கு இலவசமாக சிகிச்சை பண்ணி ஒரு மருத்துவமனை கட்டி நிறைய பேருக்கு சிகிச்சை பண்ணுறதுன்றது என்னுடைய எய்ம்.
நீங்கள் டாக்டர் ஆனோன்னு என்ன ட்ரீட் பண்ணுவீங்களா?
கண்டிப்பாக எல்லாருக்குமே.
நன்றிம்மா.
நன்றி.
Hello, my name's Blake Willis and I'm the Education Officer at International Needs Australia. And that video you just watched there was from some of the members of the community of one of the projects that we're supporting for Read for Purpose. And so my role has been to oversee Read for Purpose, which began as an idea about the intersection of reading and creating purposeful change. And so we wanted Read for Purpose to be more than just a readathon, but also about encouraging individuals to be a part of something bigger, to contribute to a world where education can empower and uplift people. And so a part of my role has been working closely with Hilda, and through Hilda working closely with Prima, who we saw interviewing some of the community members there. But I'd like to invite Hilda as well to discuss some of the work that she's been doing and the work that we're helping support. Hi, Hilda. How are you?
Good, thank you, Blake. Hi, Blake. Hi, everyone. Thanks for having us. And this is Prima and Mom.
Hi, Prima. Thanks for joining us on the live stream. And so, Hilda, would you mind please introducing yourself and your role at DAIA, and maybe providing a bit of an overview of DAIA and its mission?
Yeah. So I'm Hilda. I work as Executive Director at DAIA. DAIA stands for Development Association for Integrated Activity. So DAIA was founded in the year 2002 by my father, Mr. P.J. Joseph. So he started it with his passion for people with HIV/AIDS. So DAIA's mission is to uplift the marginalized through empowerment, education, and nutrition. So DAIA's focus are in areas of Tuticorin and Kovalpatti district, which are in South Tamil Nadu, India. We do many projects which encompasses 3 focus areas, which is empower, educate, and embrace. With empowerment, we have approached rural communities doing village development, giving them making small businesses for women and disabled people, and skills training for boys and young women through tailoring and driving lessons. And in the area of education, we reach out to kids from low socioeconomic areas, giving them quality education. And we also concentrate on adult literacy and financial literacy in rural areas. In the area of embracing, we take care of people with HIV/AIDS and also take care of elderly people.
Yeah, amazing. And what inspired you to become involved with DAIA? And the initiatives that you were just mentioned?
So basically, when I was younger, I had a role model father. It was his passion to reach out to people and with whatever he had, and that was my starting point. And so I've been voluntarily helping him through the years. But at this moment, and officially I joined DAIA in 2019. But at this moment, if I look, what inspires me is what I see from the people, from the beneficiaries, the impact it had on them, the smile and the hope that they have on their faces has kept us going.
Yeah, amazing. And so one of the best parts of my role at INA and bringing Read for Purpose forth has been working with you, Hilda, and hearing about the incredible work that DAIA does. And so ultimately, Read for Purpose was created to support the work that DAIA is doing and to raise funds for specifically the education project, which is supporting 250 children across different communities around Tuticorin in Tamil Nadu. And so, yeah, Read for Purpose aims to kind of engage with the community who love reading and make sure that people who wouldn't have that opportunity are able to experience educate their own love of reading. And so, Hilda, I might get you to talk about the impact that DAIA has had on the community so far, particularly in the context of education and literacy. So, yeah, maybe talking about that education program that DAIA runs.
So with the education program, DAIA started the tuition centers, which are the study centers, around 3 years back. So we started with 2 centers, then it grew to 10 last year. So this is our second year of having 10 centers, reaching out to around 250 kids. The impact that we have seen after, so basically I'll tell what these centers are. They are after school centers. So all our kids go to government schools. So they come here, have a bit of a snack, healthy snack, and then they start studying. They may not have a very good space at home to study, so they come here, do their work almost all through the year, except on holidays. And they are supported with other extracurricular activities and so on. So this process has been going on for now this second year running. We have seen quite an impact in the community because of our centers. So the main thing that we would say is bringing the importance of education, prioritizing education for the kids and in the perspective of parents as well. So this has helped their parents to send their kids regularly to these centers and take education more seriously and not just as the last priority, because they come from families in which education is not the priority number one at all. So this has helped them to realize the importance and also bring in the love of learning, which I would say we would created the impact on that. And we could see the attendance being more consistent on a higher level. Around 95% of our kids attend our centers every day.
Amazing. Yeah, I think it's incredible that we're able to support your program that is like essentially using education as a tool to help break the cycle of poverty. And one of the incredible initiatives that DAIA is aiming to get up and running, hopefully with the support of Read for Purpose, is the mobile library. And so I might ask you to talk a little bit about that, Hilda, and the benefits you see coming from a mobile library.
So with our children who attend our centers, they don't have access to much of books at all. So we have few libraries, public libraries in the city, but they don't have access to come here to the library or get any books or purchase. We don't have the capacity to purchase books. And so we want to bring books to them and increase their level of literacy, both in English and in Tamil. So we definitely believe this will put them in a better spot or give them more exposure to reading and other general knowledge as well. Yeah.
Yeah, incredible. And so I thought I'd ask about, you recently went to Tuticorin to see some of the work being done there by the program that you helped run. And so have you seen any specific success stories or impactful moments that have impacted you as well on the journey so far?
Yeah. So we've been visiting the tuition centers and all our projects across our district. So with the tuition centers, I've heard many of the parents say they were so happy to send their kids to the centers. They know their kids are going to have a good education there, and they'll be able to finish their schooling there. So it is not a dropout. It's not an option for them. So we are able to see that, hear that from the parents. So that is one of the things that we were able to see. And the positive parenting program that we have been running, which was aiming to help parents involve their kids. And so that had more impact on the parents. We were able to see them coming to all the meetings. They also want to be a part of the journey, so that the whole community as a whole has been impacted. So, speaking of success stories or great impact, which has impacted me, I would say many of the things that we see in rural areas. So, one of them I would like to mention here is one of the old ladies. This is apart from the education, an old lady who we had helped set up a tiffin business. So first time when I went, like kind of, she gave me a small pack of idli, and she served us all. And she said she was so happy with the small business that she was able to set up. And she said, the next time when you come, I'll be having a big hotel. I'll be running a big restaurant. And I can see this sense of hope and joy in her face. So they all inspire us to keep us going. And the other one, last time I went, I saw person who we had helped, and he's a hearing impact guy. His name is Perumal, I think, and we had given him 2 goats, and he had multiplied it to 6 numbers. So looking at the confidence that he had to face the society, and it tells of how much the impact the work we were able to do there.
Yeah, that's incredible. I really love how specifically with the education project as well, it's not just about helping the kids get an education, but involving the whole community in the process, which I think is really important, and it's amazing to see that happen. And our CEO, David, recently visited the project at the start of the year, and he said the same thing that you were talking about there, about the joy of the community and how positive they were, and and how that affected him as well to keep working hard to which is amazing.
Yeah.
And
One more
so
thing
yeah,
Nick, I would like to add. So we had 2 kids who had got more than 400 out of 500 marks in year 10 in this time, which is quite high for ENA centers. So we are looking forward. Last time when we went, and one person wants to do government services, and the other person wants to be a doctor. So kind of it had paved a way towards better learning and systemized learning for those kids, given them an opportunity.
yeah, incredible. And as we saw in the interview that played before the live stream, it's incredible to see the high hopes and that some of the students have for themselves, and it's great that your program supports that. And so now I thought I'd ask you about what have some of the challenges been that you've encountered so far, and how has the team at DAIA overcome them to keep making a positive impact?
One of the greatest challenges that we had faced is shifting from welfare to development. And the idea of having a handout to hand up has been a greatest challenge. But slowly and steadily, the idea has shifted, and they have known the purpose of coming daily to a tuition center and the long-term impact that it would have.
Yeah, great. And so the power of like community engagement is significant, and it's evident within all of the work that DAIA does, which is great. And so how can individuals who are passionate about education and literacy in the Australian community get involved and support DAIA's mission and everything that you've been talking about so far?
The community can engage in readathons like this, like what you're running. So it can support us financially and in other ways as well. So when one of the example that I would give is like at the local school here, they made some small science videos, which we had shown in our centers and made our kids do that and have fun with those experiments. So those are simple ways, in different ways kids could involve as well.
Yeah, great. And now, looking ahead, what are some of DAIA's goals and aspirations moving into the next phase of its journey? And and what do you envision happening next for DAIA?
In the aspect of education, running our tuition centers, we have few things in mind. One is creating the mobile library, in which we want to have good collection of books and bring literacy to all our kids, including the parents as well. So this is one main aim we've got for the coming year. And the next thing that we've got in mind is bringing online English classes. It's not necessarily online because we don't have internet connection in all our centers. So we are going to record a course from year 1 to year 8. We are going to make English course and then bring it to the kids. So in our centers, many of the kids didn't even have an opportunity to touch a computer. So we want to bring computers to all our centers, just at least one in each center, and then do English courses. Because the level of English is quite low among our kids, we want to bring it to a good standard before they leave year 12.
Yeah, great. And so is there anything else that you wanted to bring up about the work that DAIA does that we haven't talked about today?
I would pretty much we have talked about everything I would say. And I would like to thank all the viewers and everybody who's supporting Readathon, Read for Purpose, and who are interested in supporting the education and literacy of our kids, and who are at the background working along with us.
Great. Well, we hope to keep growing Read for Purpose and engaging more and more of the Australian community here, so that they can read for a purpose. And that purpose is everything that we've talked about today and the incredible efforts that you and your team are doing. And we hope to continue supporting you. And it really is incredible work, and it's making such a positive impact. So thank you, Hilda, and thank you, Prima. And
Thank you.
we'll talk soon. Thanks for all your work.
Thank you. Thank you so much.